I don't know. I just reported it
You don't
immediately
know?
to Pakistani. I reported it immediately to the Pakistani authorities. Immediately.
You said you met a Pakistani general and informed him. Who was that general?
I don't know his name. He wouldn't give me his name. They simply telephoned me and said, there's a delegation here, etc. And one of the delegation wishes to speak with you. And I said, fine. And I met him, and
And
he
who
had a
is the
copy.
beneficial owner of this $1 billion?
He had copies of all the documents that could establish his credentials. And he said, given that this was also an ISI operation, given that ISI had done the joint investigation, which was submitted to the Supreme Court of Pakistan, I respected that. And I thought these are the procedures in Pakistan. That's just fine. And I respect the fact that he didn't want his name to be known, as long as he had the authority and the credentials. And the credentials were copies of my own documents, which had been submitted to Pakistan through their lawyers.
Did you, Mr. Musavi, did you share this information with Mr. Shahzad Akbar as well?
Shahzad Akbar has that information through his lawyers. I didn't give it to him. I gave it to him by his lawyers. My lawyers, within 15 minutes of that meeting, let the lawyers of Pakistan know that there had been a corrupt attempt at bribing me, had been a corrupt attempt at suborning me, and shake me down with the prospect of a new contract where they would want to take a percentage. And I walked out, paid my own bill, and I refused the general's coffee. It's not my usual style to agree to a guest who arrives in my city. I usually at least invite them for a coffee. And when they've invited themselves, I usually pay for it. But I refused because that would have been to continue to engage in a conspiracy, which is a crime in Britain. I immediately reported it to our lawyers. They wrote a long and detailed letter to the government of Pakistan, which Shahzad Akbar, I'm sure if he does his job properly, I'm not sure if he does his job properly, given what kind of utterances he's coming up with, but if he does, he would have read it. The evidence is there.